be talking about hazards in general. We're going to be introducing the whole concept of hazards and how it's affecting our industries in our later videos. So first of all, we're gonna first go through what hazard is all about. So hazards are situations, yeah, that have the potential of causing harm to people, environment, or property at large if disposed incorrectly or even in the workplace itself. Industrial hazards now is a condition that is produced by industries specifically that may cause injury, death to personnel, or loss of properties. Now, hazards can be classified into three. It may be dormant, as a theoretical risk of harm. It can be armed, which is potential harm. Active, that's occurring harm, that has already occurred or developed. Now, before you can prioritize which kind of hazard has is what do you call it now, is more dangerous or has a higher risk of death. Okay, we have to first prioritize all these hazards, and this involves what making visible all the risks in the operation and the probability of its occurrence and potential damage. Now, common classifications of hazards. As I mentioned earlier, when I was talking about armed and active, and dormant hazard, we are talking about how these hazards can be divided in terms of their what do you call it now? Their stages. So let's talk about common classifications of hazards. Number one, we have here physical hazards. Examples of this, we have noise, vibration, heat, cold, pressure, or radiation in terms of which can be gotten from nuclear plants. Then the next one we have chemical hazard. Like I mentioned earlier in my last video, I defined chemical hazard and I gave you the different categories of chemical hazards. Okay, chemical hazard now is a flammable or explosive materials, toxics, or sensitizing agents. Ergonomic. Now this in the form of repetitive movements, these are hazards that can be caused by what repetitive movements or improper setup or layout of the workstation. Then biological hazards, which can be gotten by probably improper cleaning of the workplace, can be as a result of dust or pathogens. Psychological hazards, this can be as a result of workplace practices and systems, can be stress of the work personnel himself, or violence in the workplace. Now, types of hazards itself. Now, we have the fire hazards, the mechanical hazards, the result of mechanical devices or equipment, machines in the workplace. The electrical hazards, so a lot of which have caused electrocution in the workplace. Chemical hazards, which have a various potential risk as a result of different chemicals, which have their own different risk in the workplace. So every chemical has a disadvantage of use, so that's why every personnel has to know how to handle such chemicals before using it. If you watch my last video, you will be able to relate more to this. The radiation hazards as a result of the emission of radiations, which can be gamma rays, X-rays, beta rays, etc. And this is real danger because it can affect a lot of people all at once, killing millions. And explosion hazards can be as a result of flammable chemicals, or it can be as a result of too much dust, causing like a dust explosion. I'll be treating all these types of hazards in my next my following videos as the week goes on. So please try to watch them, so you can enlighten yourself about these hazards, as they can endanger your lives and the lives of the environment at large. So one has to be careful how they treat their various equipments or chemicals that are used in the industries. Now, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more enlightening videos. Thank you very much.